Today we're here with Jim. He's agreed to come in and kind of explain his prosthesis that he wears and the different aspects of it. Recently he had some complications where there was a fracture in his femur, so he was off his leg for a while, and so therefore we added a little extra cushion inside of his pin system just to kind of allow for a little extra cushion around that area where the fracture was, so we weren't adding excessive pressure to an area that was already kind of sore. Yeah. Well, thanks a lot for coming in today.
No problem.
So how long have you worn a prosthesis?
21 years.
21 years. Now, have most of them had the pin?
No.
No? Okay. So when you switched to the pin years ago, it was because it was farmer friendly, wasn't it?
Right.
Yeah. So some of the other systems rely on an outer sleeve to suspend the prosthetic, and what would happen with that?
Well, you'd sweat in that and then it'd slide down and you'd take a step and you're out of it.
Did you run into getting a lot of holes in it and stuff like that when you were working? What type of work do you do?
I work for Brown County Parks. I'm a seasonal maintenance worker. I work on the Fox River Trail and open up and close rentals and that and take care of playgrounds. So jack of all trades.
So you were getting along pretty good before this fracture.
Yeah. Real good.
Yeah, I would agree. So can we take a look at your leg and just have you show people how to put everything on and off? So he's got a gel liner.
Yep.
Kind of the surgery was here and mostly along this side.
There's a plate here and there's like 14 screws in there.
Sure. Well, your limb looks really good. Do you get sores or anything like that from time to time?
Just that it gets dry and like a rash in here, but you told me to put hydrocortisone cream on, spray it at night with
The antiperspirant?
perspirant and that, and it works fine.
Good. Well, everything's looking good. So with the liner, you flatten it out all the way, right?
Right.
And then you just roll it on. There's no like pulling or any of that stuff. No.
Once it's on, it's on.
Okay.
And then I always try making sure that the label's always up. And
That's important. Keep it kind of the same way because over time it kind of molds to your leg a little bit. So if you're constantly
you got the curves in that. Yeah.
So we have a prosthetic sock, and then because of the recent surgery and some of the things we may need to adjust, your leg's quite a bit larger.
Yeah.
We did this P-light insert. So right here, we've actually glued a pad on right away to kind of decrease the medial-lateral dimension, give them a little more stability. It also seemed like the P-light was a little loose inside the frame, so we added the sock on the outside. So pull that up good. Then the sock goes up. And that doesn't look quite right. Have that centered, and then in the bottom of the prosthetic, there's a lock that grabs that pin. So rather than a suction or a vacuum, this one's more of a mechanical suspension. There we go. You heard it go in. We're just going to push down real quick. Get it. Okay, when it clicks. Now I'm going to grab your walker real quick so I can have you stand up, okay? So hopefully we can get rid of that soon.
Find out Wednesday.
All right.
And we're all the way down.
Yep, all set. So how do you remove the prosthetic then?
Sit down. And there's a button on the side. Press that.
There she goes.